Streaming live worldwide online at 1130thetiger.com.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code QUICK to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code QUICK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code QUICK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Fox Sports brought to you by Jack Spring Electric, online at jackspringelectric.com.
Looking for reliable electrical services? Look no further than Jack Spring Electric. From industrial to commercial to residential needs, we've got you covered. Our expert team ensures top-notch service every time, keeping your operations running smoothly and your homes powered up. And when the power goes out, trust our generators to keep your lights on and your business going strong. Visit jackspringelectric.com for all of your electrical needs. For quality you can trust, visit jackspringelectric.com today. Jack Spring Electric, powering your world.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. But prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
Sometimes kids play with pretend guns. It's up to us to make sure they don't play with real ones. Keep yours stored locked and unloaded. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Tiger weather now.
With sunshine today and a light breeze out of the southeast, the high will approach 65. The low tonight should fall into the upper 40s with an increase in cloud cover. And then a windy Friday. Sun will break through the clouds during the afternoon with a high to 75. Little wet start to the weekend Saturday. Expect showers and thunderstorms at a high of 65. Drier Sunday with some breaks in the clouds at a high reaching 57. I'm Jeff Marr at the Weather Channel.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station. The following is a paid program. Participants of this program are not employees of this station, and their views, opinions, and claims do not necessarily represent those of Town Square Media, its employees, or advertisers.
The following program is paid for by Tim Fletcher.
Good afternoon. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Voice of the Demons, right?
Yes.
Touchdown, Demons!
Brined, marinated, or dry rubbed, it's sports the way you like it.
Sports Center Top 10 right there!
Talking to the biggest names, bringing you the best interviews.
He actually smokes his beans.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
The cooler is full, and the brisket is resting.
Just a nice little pull, and it comes right apart. That's perfect.
We eat ribs with this dude.
Here's your master of ceremonies, the Kansas City Barbecue Society certified expert.
Throw the fade, looking for Ferguson. Got it!
Patrick Netherton.
13-yard touchdown. Demons are back in it.
And good afternoon. We welcome you in. It's the Patrick Netherton Show right here on 1130 The Tiger. Rat farts. Sorry, Jeff. That's a tiger growl. Sorry, buddy. Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing? It's my Friday. It's almost Hambone's Friday. It's like Hambone's Friday afternoon, if you will. I don't know, what would this be for you? Like Thursday night, I guess, still? No show tomorrow is what I'm getting at. No show tomorrow for yours truly. I am going to be off in Natchitoches calling doubleheader softball. So got that to look forward to. And then I will be on Saturday. Normally Saturday I would be calling single game softball on Saturday, but I am judging in the barbecue competition down at the East Bank. So I think both the Gumbo Gladiators and the East Bank barbecue competition are both going on at the not really at the same time. The East Bank barbecue competition will go a lot later into the evening. They got a band, I think maybe 2 bands that are coming in, so they're going to have a lot going on at the East Bank. And then, of course, the Gumbo Gladiators, I believe, is at Festival Plaza. So going to be a fun weekend, man. Hopefully the weather cooperates. I know Saturday's not necessarily looking the best right now. Looks like a 70% chance of rain on Saturday. So not ideal. And the chance of rain goes up as the day goes on, and that's obviously not good either. But Friday looks beautiful. Tomorrow looks beautiful. High of 75 tomorrow. Then going to dip back down. And then Rogers, next week, a 79 in the forecast. Nearly 80 already. And by the way, time change happens on Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday morning. The time change occurs. So you'll be waking up. It'll be a little darker when you wake up. But it'll be lighter a lot later, which is what we always want. That's what we want. Around here, we're big proponents of daylight saving time. Also, don't forget, it's not daylight savings time. There's no S at the end of it. There's an S at the end of Rogers. There's not an S. Would you like me to move my microphone, Roger? Let me stretch back over here for you, brother. Okay, Hambone, just stand up. I feel like, Rogers, you'd be someone who'd stand up in the movies on occasion. Like, you just get you can't sit for a couple hours at the movies. Don't need to do that. When Hambone and I go eat lunch, if we get the opportunity to, we'll get a high top, a tall table, so that Hambone can stand if he needs to, and get up and get the blood flow into the feet. Hambone's a big proponent of that. He likes to get the blood flow going to the feet. All right, so again, it is my Friday today. No show tomorrow. I will be off doing Northwestern State softball. Speaking of Northwestern State, we finished up our basketball broadcast year last night. The women's team taking care of business against East Texas A&M. And I got renamed last night on the pregame show. We were, so for those that don't know, little inside baseball for you. We pre-record the open, which is, usually about 2 minutes. And it's, me talking, previewing the matchup. We'll show highlights of, we'll highlight one player on each team. Sometimes we'll show the conference standings. Sometimes, like last night, we showed the conference tournament bracket because it was already set on the women's side. So we showed that. And kind of whatever we need. Well, my producer, James, who we've had on the show a few times, is a big fan of switching the first names or first letters of names. His favorite so far this year is Northwestern State guard Love Bettis, who every time I say love Bettis, he pops in my ear and says Bove Lettuce, which is funny. Like, Bove Lettuce is funny. Same thing as if I were to call Rogers Hampton Hodgers Rampton, right? Same concept. So James is forever playing this game where he's switching the first letter of the names. And again, Love Bettis is his favorite. He's always in my ear saying Bove Lettuce, so forth and so on. So last night, one of James's favorite things to do is to give me some kind of a funny title on my graphic. It's welcome to Mike McConaughey Court, Prather Coliseum, matchup between Northwestern State, East Texas A&M. The Lions and the Demons getting ready. Welcome you to Press Row. I'm Patrick Netherton, and he puts me on camera, flashes up my name, and then there's usually something underneath it. Earlier this year, it was still living in 2024. It's been, quote, barbecue, quote, expert, like all that kind of stuff. So it's always usually something pretty amusing and something that just comes out of the mind of James Stanfield. Well, he finally went ahead and did the thing that he loves doing most on my graphic. And I didn't see it. I don't look at my graphic. They don't show it to me beforehand. I really don't want them to. I want it to be a surprise when I see it. But I don't see it when I'm recording the Open, because the monitor is over to my right and I'm looking into the camera, which is straight in front of me. So I can't look over at the monitor until we start rolling highlights or when I'm off camera, I can look over there, but when I'm on camera, I can't. So he just said, hey, mention the graphic. And I don't know what he's got, so I just say, something to the effect of, you can see here I've got a funny graphic, whatever. Our producer is really, really hilarious, something like that. And I just kept rolling on with the Open. Well, turns out my graphic said Natrick Petherton. So after all of James's, or Sames Janfield, if you like, I could have guessed Stames Janfield. I guess Stames Janfield would be his. So after all of his, Bove Lettuce and all that in my ear the whole time, he finally really put it down on, graphic form. So yes, as I was introducing the broadcast yesterday, it popped up and said Natrick Petherton, which he showed me after the intro was already recorded, and not gonna lie, pretty hilarious. I enjoyed that one. I always enjoy what James puts for me. It always makes me laugh. And so he got to drop a Natrick Petherton on me. But anyway, otherwise the game was after the about midway through the third quarter, the game was no longer in doubt. NSU got the win. Both the men and the women finished 12-8 in conference play this year, both with terrific improvements from last season. And with that, they're off to the conference tournament. Northwestern State will actually begin the women's side of the tournament on Monday. The men play on Sunday, but not the Northwestern men, the men in the tournament. Northwestern earned a bye and with the 4 seed. And so with that, they don't begin until Monday. So women play Monday at 11 a.m., men play Monday at 5 p.m. So that's what's upcoming. So a lot of Northwestern State basketball to watch coming up on Monday. Otherwise, we're just here, man. We're hanging out. We got all kind of NFL stuff going on. We're keeping track of Sam Burns and what he has happening at the Arnold Palmer Invitational down at Bay Hill, a tournament that I've actually attended before and got to meet Arnold Palmer, amazingly enough. Not for very long, just kind of a hello and keep trucking kind of thing. He was in his little he lived in a condo at Bay Hill, and a friend of my mom's actually lived in the condo above his, so, or right next to it or whatever. So we basically went to visit my mom's friend and stay with her, And in so doing, I got to just briefly say hi to Arnold Palmer, who was working in his workshop. He took 2 carports, combined them, took the wall out between them, and turned it into a tinker place, basically, where he could work on clubs. And I mean, the dude, like, you walked by and there were 5 million bags of clubs there, just bag after bag, and still in the wrappers. Nothing had been touched, like crazy. It was wild. But yeah, he was in there tinkering. I went by, kind of just basically shook his hand, told him I enjoyed watching him play, that kind of thing, and then just kept trucking. But yeah, I was staying basically right next to Arnold Palmer at Bay Hill, which was pretty awesome, to say the least. So we had that happening, which was fun. And conference tournaments are getting ready to go. Still a little bit of time left over on the men's side before some of those conference tournaments begin. This is what's crazy about this time of year, is in some leagues, conference tournaments are already well underway. The Atlantic Sun has already eliminated multiple teams. The Sun Belt has already eliminated multiple teams from postseason play. Meanwhile, the SEC still has a regular season game left to be played before they go to their conference tournament. The Southland just finished its regular season on the men's side on Saturday, and on the women's side last night. Now their conference tournament begins next week, or this coming Sunday. So great time of year, though, man. Conference tournament time. It's when you'll watch some games that maybe you couldn't care less about, but you hear, Wagner and Quinnipiac are going to overtime. It's like, all right, let me go watch a Wagner-Quinnipiac game real quick. Like, a bunch of games that you might not ever watch are going on, and that's fun, man. That's enjoy the heck out of that. Women's conference tournament for the SEC is already happening. Already, you had the Big Three for LSU named all conference. First team, Flau'jae Johnson, Anissa Morrow, Michaela Williams, all were named first team all conference in the SEC, and deservedly so. They were 3 of the best players. And you could argue Anissa Morrow perhaps should have been named the player of the year in the league. She averaged a double-double. She, I believe, was just the second player in history to have 100 double-doubles in her career. So, yeah, a pretty impressive, pretty remarkable achievement for Anissa Morrow. And now the question is, what will Flau'jae Johnson's health look like? Probably not playing her in the SEC tournament, I would guess. And then, even if LSU loses in the SEC tournament, they're likely going to host a regional no matter what. And likely will still be, I'm guessing at worst, a 3 seed, right? Your top 8 are your top 2 seeds, and then 9 through 12 are your 3 seeds. So feels like they would fall in that 3 seed range, which means they're going to get a 14 seed to start things off with. That's going to be fascinating to watch. And I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. I would not be surprised if Flau'jae Johnson sits until the second round of the NCAA tournament. I think you have her ready for the first game against the 14 seed, but I've got to feel like if you're Kim Mulkey, you feel like you don't need her to get by a 14 seed. Or you shouldn't need her to get by a 14 seed. So I think you have her dressed and ready should you need her. But I feel like that's one of those scenarios where you just go ahead and if you can get her rested until the second round of the NCAA tournament, I think you do that. And then that gives her the opportunity to really push hard to finish the tournament out. That's my feeling anyway. And obviously Kim Mulkey knows a little bit more about it than I do. So I'd imagine she'll have a good handle on it. her and the training staff at LSU. All right, it's the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. A lot of fun stuff happening. You got conference tournaments going on. The women's SEC tournament is underway. Oklahoma and Georgia are playing right now. That's on the SEC network. Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech are playing right now. That's on the ACC network. You got games coming up all over the place. Like we said, this is a really fun time of year. Conference tournament time is one of my favorite times of the year. There's games happening. You know, you could do a 30 screen split screen if you wanted to. Why would you? But you could, because there are games going on everywhere all the time. Georgia Southern and Georgia State are playing in the Sun Belt. South Dakota and Oral Roberts are playing in the Summit League. Georgia and Oklahoma in the SEC. Mercer and Chattanooga in the SoCon. Little Rock and Southern Indiana in the OVC. Like, this is just women's, by the way. On the men's side, it's much the same. Indiana State, Southern Illinois, and the Missouri Valley. You got only game going right now, and then a lot of games coming up this evening. Missouri State, Illinois State this afternoon at 2:30. San Diego Pacific in the West Coast at 4:30. Georgia Southern and Georgia State in the Sun Belt at 5 o'clock. Kansas City, Omaha, Loyola, Maryland, Bucknell, Lafayette American, Navy, BU, Army, Colgate, UT. I mean, it just goes on and on. I can't. If I listed them here, we'd end up in hour number 2. Games that do matter around here, though. Louisiana Tech plays tonight. It is not in yet the Conference USA tournament. They are finishing up the regular season for Conference USA. Louisiana Tech playing tonight at 6:30. That game on ESPN Plus, taking on New Mexico State. And one of the top teams in the league, Middle Tennessee and Liberty, both at 11-5 in Conference USA, playing at 6:30 on CBS Sports Network. So a lot of really good games going on. Horizon, A-Sun tournaments are underway. Sun Belt is underway. And going to be a lot all the way until 9 o'clock when Tarleton State and Cal Baptist go at it. So, yeah, if you're a college basketball fan, this is your time of year right now when you get to watch these teams. And probably teams you've never, did you know UC San Diego is 26-4 and 16-2 in the Big West? Probably not. Probably didn't know that. But that's what's going on. You got teams you never heard of that are having amazing years, trying to make their way into the tournament. It's it's just the most fun. I thoroughly enjoy this time of year, and I hope you do too. I hope you're tuning your TVs to ESPN Plus, to CBS Sports Network, all of those. Enjoy all of the craziness that is going on. All right, how do you get in touch with our show? Well, there's 2 ways to do that. Well, first, you can listen to us on 1130 on the AM dial or 103.3 on the FM dial. Then you can reach us in a bunch of ways, one of which is old-fashioned, just pick up the phone and call. Rogers, you know what we've lost in cell phone times is not being able to slam the phone on somebody. Just hang up really. You can't just punch the hang up button real hard. It doesn't really work that way. The end call button, like you miss the days when you can just boom, just slam the phone on someone. Don't get that on cell phones anymore. But if you want to call us old-fashioned style, you can. It is the Your Name Here hotline. Still looking for a sponsor for the hotline. If you would like to sponsor the hotline, give us a shout. Let me know. Would love to have your business be a part of what we've got going on here. The Your Name Here hotline is 318-RALLY-45, 318-725-5945.
Hello.
Hey, Coach O. You can also reach us, if you like, via the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. The Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line is 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426, also known as the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line. So, technically it's the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling text line, but that doesn't, it's a lot of words to fit into the graphic. So you can find us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling text line, 657-0426. We're also available on any of 4 different streaming platforms. That's right. If you're someone who streams, then you can watch. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We're available on all of those. If you would like to find us, facebook.com/Netherton Show, twitch.tv/Netherton Show, youtube.com/@Netherton Show, and Twitter, or X, if you will, and that is @PT Netherton, @PT Netherton. You can also follow along with Hambone. He is @HeyBoyRogers, @HeyBoyRogers. Don't forget the S at the end. If you do follow along or watch our streams, please give us a react. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, all of those things. It's all free. We don't charge anything. You can send us a tip if you want, but we don't charge anything for you to watch the show on streaming. So take advantage, man. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Also available via the app if you want to tune in that way. 1130 The Tiger. Search for that on Google Play or your iTunes App Store. And you can listen to us in crystal clear HD audio. Now the man, the myth, the legend, ladies and gentlemen, Rogers Hampton Jr.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land.
Hey, boy! Hey, boy.
Hi, man.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
It's your Friday.
Yeah, like what day is it for you, Rogers?
It's just another day.
Just another day in paradise?
Well, I'm not going to go there.
Another day for you and me in paradise,
No,
Rogers?
Phil Collins.
No? Think twice, Rogers. So,
That's against all odds right there.
Telling you what, man. It's a chance I got to take. No doubt about that. Goodness gracious, Rogers. I did not know that was there. Huh. Interesting. So, Hambone, how the heck are you, my friend?
I'm here.
Are you, will you tune into any of the conference tournaments?
Probably not.
Like, even if it's involving LSU women or, Houston men, any of that stuff?
Here? No.
Yeah, no.
Or unless we're somewhere where it's at?
Right.
No.
Where it's at. You got 2 turntables and a microphone,
you,
Rogers. That's what we got going on. Yeah, so it's like you're, I don't know what it is for you because no show tomorrow afternoon, but you still have the morning show tomorrow.
Yeah, it's still a normal day.
Hambone, did I see Parkway and Houghton are playing tonight? Or did they play last night?
No, it's tonight.
Tonight, okay. In the semifinals of the girls' high school tournament? That's awesome.
Yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong, one of them has Steve Dennis on the staff. I think it's Houghton. Not Steve Dennis.
I was going to say he's the football coach.
Yeah. No. Oh, gosh, my brain just stopped working. Former Southwood coach. McDowell, thank you. Steve McDowell.
Yeah, he's now assistant to one of his former.
Yeah, at Houghton, right?
Coach.
Yeah. That's a lot of knowledge to have as an assistant coach right there, hanging out with you. That is a lot. Also, not for nothing, Rogers. He coached Elena Beard. Doesn't hurt when you've got one of the best players in the history of women's basketball on your team. I'd imagine that makes winning championships not easy, but certainly easier.
Absolutely.
I would imagine.
Yep.
Slightly easier, if nothing else. Yeah, so we're here. We're hanging out. Hambone's over there. I'm over here. We're happy to have you with us. We'd love to hear from you. Feel free to call us. Ooh, that one's going all over my ears, like going back and forth. That's crazy. Like, that's wild in stereo right there. We'd love to hear from you. Call us on the Your Name Here hotline, 725-5945. Text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-657-0426, 657-0426. You can also send us a message if you're watching on any of our streaming platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. As always, if you are watching, please give us a thumbs up, a like, give us a little bit of that The reaction helps out our metrics immensely. We'd appreciate it if you would. We'll take a break, come back. It's the Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We'll be back.
And where do we go from here? Which is a way that's clear. Still looking for that blue jean, baby queen, prettiest girl I ever seen. See her shake on the movie screen, Jimmy Dean.
James Dean. 1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
I'm Rose Hudson, president of the Louisiana Lottery Corporation, encouraging everyone who enjoys our games to do so responsibly. Learn the signs of problem gambling and how to play responsibly by visiting LouisianaLottery.com.
Get ready for a deal you won't believe from Pat Calf Brasserie. Visit SeizeTheDeal.com on Friday, March 7th at 9 a.m. to get a $50 gift card for only $25 to one of the most happening places in town. Indulge in mouth-watering steak or seafood, or maybe a perfectly crafted cocktail at Fat Calf Brasserie for half price. Set yourself a reminder and don't sleep on this deal from SeizeTheDeal.com to Fat Calf Brasserie for the perfect date night or a visit with friends. $50 for only $25 from Fat Calf and SeizeTheDeal.com.
Is that a new Samsung Galaxy A15 5G?
Yeah, I got it for free when I joined Cricket Nation.
Sounds pretty great.
At Cricket, anyone can get a new phone when they switch.
Whoa.
With a high-quality camera, meaning more flattering selfies for all. And super fast 5G, so you can post them for all to see. Your friends, your family, your ex. Free phone! Free phone!
Okay, I'll switch.
Welcome to Cricket Nation.
Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. Must bring your number to Cricket on a $60 a month voice plan. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Fees, terms, and other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where TurboTax Expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund, so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 3 generations of customer service. The Green Team, your home team. Plumbing, heating, cooling. We do it all and do it right. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. Call or schedule at greenplumbing.com.
Rejuva Medical can help you to feel your best. Now, if you're struggling to lose weight, Rejuva Medical offers medically monitored weight loss. If you're plagued by fatigue, low libido, muscle loss, just the lethargy, we can help with hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you today. RejuvaMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Morrison DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. They know and have experience with the best doctors and experts in their fields to provide the best care. If you or a loved one are injured, it is extremely important to choose the right lawyer. To see what they've done for others or to schedule a free consultation, visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid non-lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 24171189. Results may vary.
Weather is finally starting to warm up a little bit, and that new boat is waiting for you at the all-new Jimmy Granger Outdoors in the Shreveport Auto Mall. And right now, you can buy a brand new 23 model Triton 179 TRX or a new 23 XL Bay Pro 203. Your choice, just $330 a month. And Jimmy Granger loves giving away stuff, so every boat buyer right now gets a $300 gift card to Jimmy Granger Outdoors Big Tackle Shop. Jimmy Granger Outdoors, conveniently located in the Shreveport Auto Mall and open all day Monday through Saturday. A cool place to buy a boat.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for LSU sports.
A good time is in the air. It's the Patrick Netherton Show.
Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger. Try not to interrupt Alex Lifeson, Rogers. Rogers, did I see that they performed a concert recently with somebody else? I saw something, and I don't remember. You remember that? Yeah, they sat in with somebody, right? Yeah. I couldn't remember exactly what the news was, but I remember seeing something about they jammed with somebody somewhere at some point here recently. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. By the way, Alex Lifeson in Vulture said that he and Geddy Lee have no plans to ever resurrect Rush with a different drummer. Kind of understand that. Also, they did a farewell tour. So, Rogers, would you have said that was a farewell to Kings? My Rush fans know what I'm talking about. I mean, it was. Like, there were 3 Kings, man. No doubt about it. That was definitely a farewell to Kings. Don't worry, Rogers. It's Friday for me. You don't have to deal with this tomorrow. You know, unless we go to lunch or something, in which case you might have to deal with it tomorrow. But you don't have to deal with it right now. Well, you have to deal with it right now. You don't have to deal with it tomorrow. I thought that was pretty clever, Rogers, from a non-Rush fan to come up with a farewell to Kings. I mean, come on. By the way, multiple different outlets apparently got to talk to Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee about Rush, and apparently they the title of the story, one of the stories was A Farewell to Kings. Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson look back on 50 years of Rush. Over on Facebook, Rose Marie says, "Good afternoon, Patrick. Hello again, Rogers." Hello again. Hello. And good afternoon, Rose. Appreciate it. Hello. It's good to see you so. I don't know what he says. That guy can sing, Rogers. That Neil Diamond. Let's go to the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 318-657-0HAM, 318-657-0426. That's how you get in touch with us. Or you can call us on the unsponsored hotline, 725-5945. Marco said, "I saw Arnold Palmer at the Masters twice, and one thing stood out about his hands. Do you remember, Patrick?" No, I do not. I don't remember. I mean, nothing stood out to me. I can't remember if I shook his hand or if I just kind of stepped in and said hello. Hello, my friend. Hello. And he was like, "Why are you calling me my friend? I've never met you before." I don't remember shaking his hand, so I don't remember what is the odd thing about his hands. Obviously, Donald Trump told us something else about Arnold Palmer that we didn't know either. But that's not for afternoon radio. Mr. President said, "I thought Chad McDowell was the former Southwood coach. Isn't he currently principal at Calvary?" Well, Chad McDowell and Steve McDowell are 2 different people. Hambo, not related, correct? I want to text Chad McDowell and ask him if he's related. I don't think they're related to each other, other than the fact that they're both very fine basketball coaches. And yes, Chad McDowell is he principal at Calvary or like superintendent or something? I don't think it's principal. I think it's something like above that at Calvary. Yes, and Steve McDowell is the former Southwood girls coach. Chad McDowell is the former LSUS men's coach, and Bird, I believe. Yeah. So Chad McDowell played at Bird, coached at LSUS, was a phenomenal basketball coach. Now administrator at Calvary. Steve McDowell, multiple championships while at Southwood on the girls' side, and now coaching for one of his former players over at Houghton. And again, like you just look down the bench and it's like when Leon Barmore was Kim Mulkey's assistant at Baylor. Remember that for like 2 years, and he would just like fly down for games and stuff. Yeah, could you imagine just looking down on the bench and, there's multiple national championships down there. One of the greatest coaches of all time hanging out on the bench, and that's what they got at Houghton. So good for them. But yeah, so there you go. Chad McDowell, Steve McDowell, Malcolm McDowell, all different people. Was it Jack McDowell? Was that Black Jack, the pitcher for the White Sox? Jack McDowell? Yeah. All different people. Marco said his hands were huge. Looks like they could just squash coconuts. Kind of made sense why he was such a strong golfer. I've heard about that. Yeah, I don't recall shaking his hand. Keep in mind, I've also got pretty big hands too. So, if I shake someone's hand, like it's got to be Jacob Hester sized for me to notice that they have really big hands. Or like Shaq, Shaq's got massive mitts. 318 said Chad played at Southwood when Steve was coaching the girls. Okay, there you go. But I don't think they're related. I don't believe they are. Roger's now got to text Chad McDowell and ask him if he's related to Steve. I don't think they are. Also, I'm apparently very terrible at spelling. There you go. So we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, Chad, both, by the way, fantastic people. Absolutely fantastic people. I'll never forget, Rogers, I actually got contacted by a local radio station, not in this group, but a local radio station, to go and call the Southwood playoff game, girls playoff game at I'm going to forget the name of the HL Bourgeois, whatever it was, down in down East Ascension. I think it was East Ascension. And so I drove down there, took some radio equipment, drove down there, set up. I was much younger at this point. And I drove down there, set up, and I called a Southwood High School girls playoff game. I don't remember if they went on to win the state title that year. I mean, more than likely they did. But yeah, and I got to chat with Steve McDowell, and he couldn't have been more gracious. He was just sweet as he could be. And that was back when they'd get a lead on you, and then they just sit on it. They get up 7, 8, 9, and then they just kind of chill for a bit. And I can't remember if they had Elena at that point. I don't think so. I think it was post Elena Beard. But they were really good. As usual, no surprise. That's what they do, and it was fun. I'm just glad I can say I called one of Southwood's girls games when Steve McDowell was the head coach. Like I consider that a feather in my cap. Very happy about that. All right, Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Would love to hear from you. Call us on the unsponsored hotline, 725-5945. Text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 657-0426. As we kind of bebop around, checking in on Sam Burns, trying to keep up with him. Burns +1 through 5. Looks like looks like Bay Hill's playing pretty tough today. Down in Orlando, the leaders are 3 under. Keegan Bradley, Corey Connors, Denny McCarthy, Max Grazerman, Scotty Scheffler's 1 under. Colin Morikawa's 1 under. You got an amateur who's 1 under through 16. Christian Bezuidenhout, Rory McIlroy, Shane Lowry, Patrick Cantlay, and Rogers, our boy, even through 4. Patrick Rogers, guy I want to have on the show just to say his name and like, all right, well, good talk. I don't know what else we're going to talk about, but good talk, buddy. I want to say he's an Alabama. What didn't we figure out? He's an Alabama guy. No, Stanford. Sorry, Stanford guy from Indiana. But anyway, so yeah, we'll keep up with the golf because that is Sam Burns is in there. We'll continue to keep up with that. NFL news and notes. Apparently, Deshaun Watson's deal is getting redone. I'm surprised he's still a Brown. Right? We were surprised that he got signed. His fully guaranteed $230 million contract that he signed 2 years ago in the middle of his masseuse scandal. But now apparently they are restructuring the deal. They are going to clear out about $36 million in salary cap space. Before that, they were about $22 million over the cap. Now they'll be obviously under the cap. Tore his right Achilles tendon 3 months after the initial injury in October and has been rehabbing at the Browns practice facility in Ohio. Browns still owe Watson $92 million. The general manager, Andrew Berry, said that the focus is for Watson to make sure he gets healthy, emphasized that there's nothing nefarious. It's just an unfortunate accident that the Achilles tendon retore at that point. So the Browns expect Watson to miss significant time in the 2025 season as he rehabs. He's played just 19 games since the Browns traded 3 first-round draft picks to acquire him from the Houston Texans. Rogers, I would say the Houston Texans might have gotten the better end of that deal, to say the least. Watson posted the lowest total QBR in the NFL before being injured. Browns have the 2nd overall pick in this year's draft, and there's growing speculation that they're going to go after a QB. Both Cam Ward and Shadur Sanders are on visits this week. So there you go. Can't imagine why they would want to move away from Deshaun Watson. Guy seems like a real peach. With a very weak Achilles, apparently. So we got that going on. We got college basketball happening. Always some college football to think about. There is some talk that there's been some grumbling and griping from folks because the college football playoff committee has been named, and people are not happy because there are sitting athletic directors that are being named to the committee. And a lot of people don't like that. I'll be honest with you. I don't care. I don't believe, I should say I hope. Let's not say I don't believe. Let's say I hope that current athletic directors are able to put aside biases that they may have and be able to evaluate teams properly. So the new members, Baylor University Athletic Director Mack Rhodes is the chair for the selection committee for the upcoming football season. The management committee has appointed Mark D'Antonio, the former Michigan State University coach, Damon Evans, the AD at Maryland, Ivan Maisel, the former sports writer for Sports Illustrated and ESPN, Chris Massaro, the AD at Middle Tennessee State, and how about this? Former tight end Wesley Walls who was an All-American at Ole Miss. So those are the new members of the selection committee. They'll replace Chet Gladchuck, Jim Grobe, Ward Manuel, Will Shields, and Kelly Whiteside. They are on 3-year terms, basically. 3-year terms. They start in the spring. Basically, it amounts to sitting ADs being put in position to play a part. The returning selection committee members, Chris Alt, the AD at Nevada, Randall McDaniel, the former O-lineman from Arizona State, Mike Riley, former Oregon State and Nebraska head coach, David Saylor, the AD at Miami of Ohio, Carla Williams, the AD at Virginia, and Hunter Yurachek, the AD at Arkansas. And so there's a big uproar going on about current ADs being on the college football playoff selection committee. A lot of people don't like it. I don't care. I'm going to trust in the fact that these sitting athletic directors, let's say the new chair, right, Mack Rhoades, the AD at Baylor, if Mack Rhoades has to make an evaluation of another Big 12 team, and I don't know exactly what goes on in terms of who has to step out of the room when they're talking about certain schools, right? If they're talking about Baylor, Mack Rhoades is not allowed in on the discussion. I know that. If they're discussing your team, you're not allowed in on the discussion. You have to step out. So there's no way for Mack Rhoades to really change the opinion of anyone in the room about Baylor because he won't be in the room, right? So that's one thing. I'm not 100% sure if they have to step out if you're talking about their league, if it's just one. I know the commissioners do. If it's a commissioner of a league, they have to step out when you talk about their league. I'm not sure if Mack Rhoades, as the AD at Baylor, has to step out when a Big 12 team is being talked about. Or does Damon Evans, the AD at Maryland, have to step out when what's Maryland in the Big 10? I think, yeah. I know, dude. It's so tough, man. It's hard to remember. I think they're in the Big 10. I was like, are they Big 10 or ACC? Like, I can't remember. I think it's Big 10. So, yeah, I mean, if they're going to talk about Ohio State, I'm not 100% sure if Damon Evans gets to stay in the room or not. But certainly, I have to trust that these guys take this responsibility seriously enough that they are not going to let any sort of bias, right? The AD at Maryland may hate Ohio State, right? He may think Ohio State's the worst, and I don't like their coaches, and I don't like their team, blah, blah, whatever, right? But you cannot let that influence what you're doing with the selection committee. And look, last year, it felt like the selection committee got it right. I know a lot of people were belly aching, thinking the SEC should have had, Alabama should have been in, or Ole Miss should have been in, and who was it? South Carolina should have been in, and just all this, and Miami should have been in. All this talk, right? But ultimately, I think they got it right, and they had to go by the rules that they had, which was, Boise State's going to get to host or get a bye, because the only teams that get byes are the conference champions. And so you had a couple of teams in there that, SMU, for instance, got beat in the conference title game. They weren't a conference championship, therefore they didn't get to host. Well, they got to host, but they didn't, or they had to go on the road to Penn State, but they didn't get to get a first-round bye. And a lot of people didn't think they should have gotten in at all, or Indiana thought Indiana should have gotten in. I think the committee got it right. I think they did. I think they did the right thing in terms of who they put in and where they put them. Oh, Liberty Rogers hiding behind a newspaper. Is that Luna? That's Oh, that's Poppy. That's and Luna's in the stroller. Is she murdering anyone yet from the stroller? Yeah, I was talking to Rogers earlier. So yesterday, that Bold and the Beautiful? Okay. So yesterday on Bold and the Beautiful, Liberty Bibberty is revealing to his wife that his daughter he didn't know he had until a couple of days ago was not in prison for murdering a couple of people and imprisoning her, like imprisoning his own wife and trying to kill her. He like busted down the door and came in and saved her from a cage in the middle of a room. It was insanity. Well, Luna was the one that did that. Come to find out, that's Liberty Bibberty's daughter. So he goes to tell his wife that, hey, the lady that trapped you in the cage and trying to kill you that you think is in prison is not actually in prison. And he was like right about to say it as the show ended yesterday. And I'm like, okay, well then they're going to start the show with him telling her that today. And then we're going to get the fallout from it. He didn't tell it to her today either. Like they did a whole show. Now, obviously, there's other plots that are going on. It's not like they spend all the time with Liberty Bibberty and his wife. But like literally, he was on the cusp of saying, by the way, she's not in prison anymore on yesterday's show. And today's show, he didn't say it. They talked. They had some screen time, some dialogue. Didn't actually say that. They're obviously saving it for tomorrow, which, you know, Friday's always the big day, end on a cliffhanger, all that stuff. But still, how do you have an entire show where you go to them multiple times and when he was right on the cusp of saying, by the way, she's not in prison, like she's out, and she's my daughter, and, you know, she tried to kill you, and yet you don't mention any of that in the whole episode today? I was mad. I wasn't even in here for all of it. But I was still mad. Like, that's not how that should go down. Nevertheless, it did. Oh, Liberty Bibberty. Dr. Finn. Fantastic doctor, and busted down that door to save his wife from a cage in the middle of a room from a building that was about to be torn down. You don't think, Rogers, that they would have noticed, like, cage parts in the middle of the building when they went to extract the rubble? Like, they certainly would have noticed a body when they were extracting the rubble to take it away. But, like, they wouldn't notice that there were cage parts in there? Like, oh, wait a second. Why is there a padlock in here? Crazy. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Join us. Feel free to give us a holler on the phone line, the sponsorless phone line, 725-5945. The Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling text line is 657-0426. Streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Say hi if you're watching. We'll be back.
Do you snore or wake up feeling tired? It might be sleep apnea, and we can help. Hi, I'm Dr. Brenton Bird. At Shreveport Bossier Family Dental Care, we offer custom solutions to improve your breathing and help you sleep soundly again. Better sleep isn't just a dream, it's a visit away. Call us today at Shreveport Bossier Family Dental Care or visit ShreveportBossierDental.com. That's ShreveportBossierDental.com. Let us help you get the sleep you need at Shreveport Bossier Family Dental. Sleep better, live better.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you gotta hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflush.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflush.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflush.com.
As football winds down, college basketball is gearing up. Fans are ready to see which teams will prove they are ready to shine in March and who will be seen in San Antonio. You can get in on all the action from tip-off to the final whistle at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Right now, new ESPN Bet Sportsbook customers can bet $10 to get $100 in bonus bets and unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the app and sign up with promo code RADIO100 to get started today. Must be 21 and up. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700 in partnership with LaBerge Lake Charles. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 3 generations of customer service. The Greene Team, your home team. Plumbing, heating, cooling. We do it all and do it right. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. Call or schedule at greeneplumbing.com.
Rejuvenate Medical can help you to feel your best. Now, if you're struggling to lose weight, Rejuvenate Medical offers medically monitored weight loss. If you're plagued by fatigue, low libido, muscle loss, just the lethargy, we can help with hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you today. RejuvemeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Morrison DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. Visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid non-lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417188. Results may vary. Morrison DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. Visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid non-lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417188. Results may vary.
If you're looking for quick, easy, delicious, 3 words, Natchitoches meat pie. Oh, yeah. Check your grocer's freezer for Natchitoches meat pies from the Natchitoches Meat Pie Company, a true Louisiana food made right there in Coshada, Louisiana, and shipped to all of our grocers' freezers around here. Natchitoches meat pies, mini meat pies, crawfish pies. Use that air fryer. It's so tasty you won't believe it.
So it's that time of the year you wake up thinking about going fishing. You go to bed and dream about going fishing. And that fishing dream includes a trip to the all-new Jimmy Granger Outdoors in the Shreveport Auto Mall. They are loaded with new boats. There's Ranger and Triton and Bass Cat and aluminum boats from Ranger and Excel. And right now, every boat buyer gets a $300 gift card to Jimmy Granger Outdoors Big Tackle Shop. Jimmy Granger Outdoors, conveniently located in the Shreveport Auto Mall and open all day Monday through Saturday. A cool place to buy a boat.
103.3 FM at 1130 The Tiger, your home for Houston Texans football all season long. KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Bossier City's home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
Come to me, Rogers. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers, that's him. Patrick, that's me. Hambone, I love when people kind of, there's like some rivalry going on and they get after another team or another school. That is a very, it's a name, it's blank posting, typically. Well, obviously you fill in the blank with the appropriate curse word. Well, Rogers, we've got a little fact about the Texas A&M Aggies for you that was posted by someone who is clearly a hater of Texas A&M. In 2025, Texas A&M became the first Baseball America preseason ranked number 1 team. Right? A&M ranked number 1 in the preseason. In 25, they became the first team ranked number 1 in the preseason to lose 4 in a row in the first month of the season since 2009 Texas A&M. Yeah, the Aggies preseason number 1 in the polls, lost 4 in a row. Last team to do that in the first month of the season was 16 years ago, Texas A&M. Don't look, Rogers. Don't look back there. It's you don't want to see the uniform that guy's wearing right now. Let's just say that they're at Boston and they're interviewing a player for the Red Sox, and you would not want to see him in that was a rerun. I'm sorry, man. Hey, here's the thing. You got your championships out of him. Right? You got a couple. Did he get 1 ring or 2? Was he there for both? Dang, 9 years. He's been out of college that long. I'm old, Rogers. I'm old. I don't think Bregman played yesterday, but if you had told me he'd been in the league for 5 years, I'd have been like, okay, that sounds reasonable. 9 years? Dang. That's crazy. I didn't realize that he had I didn't realize that he was there for both. I thought he was only there for the second championship. So there you go. Shows what I know. Yeah, they're interviewing Alex Bregman on MLB Network, wearing all of his Red Sox gear. That ain't great. Also, Rogers, did you know that last night UNC Wilmington, or UNC, I think it's UNC Wilmington. UNC Wilmington played Louisiana Lafayette in baseball last night. There was a raccoon in the dugout with UNC Wilmington. Now, I'm trying to see if this was at ULL, or it looks like it was at ULL. And there was a raccoon in the dugout hanging out. So I'm guessing that maybe it became the mascot. I don't know. Good for them. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. He's Rogers. I'm Patrick. Get in touch with the show. A couple of ways. You can call us on the Your Name Here hotline, 725-5945. You can text us on the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing text line, 6570-HAM, 657-0426. Speaking of Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, look, they've been doing plumbing since 1959. Since 1959. And they just said, you know what? We're so good at that, we're bored. Right? Like we're bored being the best at plumbing, so let's up the game. So they went ahead and upped the game, and now they're the best at heating and air conditioning. You know, just while they're at it. So why not? They have taken over the game. Specials galore, including club membership. I keep talking about this because it's an amazing deal. Reminds me, I need to sign up for it too. $17 a month for both plumbing and HVAC, or you can pay $199 for the year, which gives you a little bit better deal. Or just plumbing for the month, $12.50 a month, or $150 for the year. So what does that mean? You get no diagnostic fees on any of your HVAC services, which immediately saves you $89. Right? I mean, any place you call, they're going to charge you to come look at something. Rogers, you know that. A number of times you've had people come look at things, and it's going to be $100 for us to come out and just look at it. You know, then if we got to fix it, well, it's going to be more. Well, with the club membership for Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, they waive that fee on any of your HVAC stuff. So, hey, my heater went out, my AC went out, whatever. They'll come out and look at it. Boom. Save you money immediately. Free. They give you a plumbing inspection, which includes a hot water heater flush and a water test. That's included. You get 2 tune-ups of your HVAC system per year, and you get $100 in green bucks, which are basically credits that you can use. So why should you join the club? Well, if you're a member of the plumbing and HVAC club, this will help you avoid equipment breakdowns during summer and winter. Your equipment will last 30% longer. You get priority front-of-the-line service. It protects your equipment. You get 10% discounts on repairs, and you'll save an average of 15% on your utilities. I don't know how else to tell you to sign up for this, other than, A, you'll save money, and B, everything will work better. What more, like, Rogers, what more can I do, man? You'll save money and everything's going to work better. Like, sign up. What? This is insanity. Like, yes, sign up. And again, a great deal, man. I mean, we're talking $17 a month. Rogers, I spent more than $17 today with a small pizza and a salad. And a Diet Coke. Like, I could have replaced that meal with the ability for Bobby L. Greene to put me at the front of the line and come out and inspect my HVAC system for free and see what the heck's going on. Why wouldn't I have wanted that deal? And again, they give you a break. You know, you save a little money if you pay for a year as opposed to the month. It's just a great deal, man. It's the price of price of a lunch. Like, you can go to McDonald's and spend $17 very easily. 20-piece McNugget, large fry, large Diet Coke, and a shake. That's $17 right there. Congratulations. You could have had free inspections twice a year, tune-ups twice a year on your HVAC system. You could have had a plumbing inspection. Could have had all of that ready to go for you if you signed up for the Bobby L. Greene Plumbing Club membership. Give them a call at 631-0235. That's 631-0235. Or you can hit them up on their website, greeneplumbing.com. That's GreenE plumbing.com. Again, handling plumbing for nearly 70 years. They have gotten into the heating and air conditioning game, and they're the best in the business. So give them a shout. You will be glad you did. All right, give us a holler, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We'd love to hear from you. And, of course, call us or text us. Taking a look at Sam Burns. Sam has now dropped down to 3 over through 8. 3 over through 8 for Sam at the Arnold Palmer. Again, no one going low. 3 under is the current leader. So Keegan Bradley in at 3 under. So it's not – people aren't going low right now at Bay Hill. I'm guessing the wind might be up a little bit. If I just had to guess. Yeah, it looks like the wind is gusting into double digits. So that would make sense why that would happen. But yeah, so hopefully Sam can get it turned around, get it figured out, get back to feeling good again. Rogers, are you looking forward to anything this weekend? Is there anything? I mean, I know it's only Thursday, and I'm already in Friday mode. But anything you're looking forward to this weekend?
Not really.
Okay. It is weird. Like it's kind of strange to me. I don't know if you find it strange or not, but it's always a little strange to me when some conferences are still in the regular season and some conferences are already in their tournament. Like the Atlantic Sun is already like 3 days into their tournament. We saw Corey Gibson 3 days ago playing in the first round of the tournament. Like it's weird. I don't know. It's strange to have some leagues in their tournament and some leagues still like the SEC still finishing up, the Conference USA still finishing up, and then others are already in the semifinals and the quarterfinals of league play. It's odd, man. It's odd. It's a little disconcerting to say the least. Sunbelt's already in the third round. Summit League's already in the quarterfinals. Patriots in the quarterfinals. Horizons in the quarterfinals. And yet the MEAC is still finishing up their regular season. CUSA, Big Ten, all still finishing up. I mean, Rogers, the A-Sun is in its semifinals already. Like, there's 4 teams left in the Atlantic Sun. Crazy. It's crazy. It's wacky. And former Northwestern State head coach Corey Gibson is not in it. They got bounced by North Alabama there a couple days ago. Yeah, already in the semifinals in the A-Sun. And they're going to be the first, I believe they're the first team or the first league that will put an automatic qualifier into the NCAA tournament. And then they get a long time off. Like whoever the automatic qualifier is out of the A-Sun gets a while to chill and get ready. And, of course, they won't know who they're playing, and depending on who it is, they could be in the play-in game or the first round, whatever they're calling it. They could have to go to Dayton basically that night. That's usually if there's an upset or if the team that wins the conference tournament, if the conference isn't really good or you didn't have a team that had an amazing year. I mean, you look at Jackson State and UAPB. Jackson State is 12-4 in the SWAC, but they're only 12-17 overall. So, that kind of stuff can happen. And obviously, if Jackson State were to go and win the conference tournament, hey, they had a great conference year at 12-4, but they're still going to be in the play-in game or the first round, whatever. They're going to Dayton. Like, that's going to happen. No doubt about that. Also, Hambone, have we any news afoot about maybe a little first round NCAA tournament action for us? Or have y'all discussed that at all? Maybe a little. Hadn't really talked about it. Okay. We'll figure that out. We did something last year, and I figure we might. Yeah. No plans yet. Nothing solidified. I mean, you can probably guess if we do something where it would be. Right. It'll be at walk-ons if we do something. And that's always the most fun. Of course, I did, Rogers, I think last year, right, I did my show from Dax on the first day. I think of the Friday of the, or I can't remember if I did Thursday or Friday at Dax last year. Of course, Dax doesn't exist anymore. All the ones in Shreveport Bossier are gone. So, yeah, we'll likely do something, I would imagine. Meanwhile, SEC tournament action on the women's side, Oklahoma blistering Georgia as you would expect. They're up 21. Reagan Beers, one of the top players in the league, 22-8 with 3 block shots. Don't imagine she's doing a whole lot of playing anymore. Got to imagine it's heavy bench rotation at this point. But looks like a big win for Oklahoma moving on. And the SEC women's tournament continues. Let's see. Rogers, do you know when LSU plays yet on the women's side? I am actually going to pull that up real quick. Yeah, they've got buys, and it just depends on when it all – let me see. Let me find the bracket. Here's the bracket. All right. SEC bracket looks like this. Oh, my gosh, Rogers. Tennessee beat A&M by 40 yesterday. Merciful. Good night. Tennessee beat A&M. Georgia beat Arkansas. Mississippi State beat Mizzou. Florida beat Auburn. Those are all all going according to plan. Vanderbilt then beat Tennessee to eliminate Tennessee. Georgia, Oklahoma playing right now. Oklahoma's about to move on. Mississippi State, Ole Miss play at 5, and then Florida and Alabama play at 7:30. Rogers, LSU plays tomorrow at 7:30. They will play the winner of Florida and Alabama. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Alabama is who just beat them, right, 2 games ago? And then they sat Flau'jae Johnson after that and lost to Ole Miss. Yeah, Bama beat them first, and then Ole Miss beat them after that. So yeah, that could be an interesting revenge game, and also likely will be, I'm guessing, without Flau'jae Johnson as well. My guess is Mulkey won't play her in the conference tournament. I'm not sure if she said anything to that effect yet, but not going to play in the conference tournament. Yeah, I didn't figure so. Well, that's what I'm thinking is, if you're you're probably a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament, you're going to play a 14. I think, and I think you dress her in case you need her. And maybe if she wants to warm up and, kind of go through that. And then I don't think you play her, right? I think you sit her. And then if it comes to a point where, hey, it's a 3-point game going into the 4th, then, hey, maybe you get her in there for 10 minutes and let her help you win and move on. But I feel like it's one of those scenarios where, hey, just let her sit, let her rest, don't play her. She's got shin issues. She's apparently been battling through it all season long. Like, let her just chill and give her as much rest time, because ultimately, for LSU, it feels like their tournament begins in round number 2. So that's what it feels like. You're likely playing a 6 seed at that point, assuming there's not a 6-11 upset, but you're likely playing a 6 seed. That's when the tournament kind of starts for LSU. So, yeah, rest Flau'jae Johnson as much as you can. I think up until and even through the first round of the NCAA tournament, and let her go from there. But LSU will play tomorrow. All the top 4 seeds got double byes. LSU was the 3 seed in that regard. If they beat either Alabama or Florida tomorrow night at 7:30, they would play Saturday at 6 against the winner of Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and Texas, which would likely be Texas if you go by seeds. You'd be looking at a Texas-LSU matchup, which I believe LSU lost to Texas, I think, earlier in the year. Yeah, and then they would face more than likely South Carolina, if that goes that far. I'm not sure Mulkey, like, she wants to win always, but I'm not sure if you like, heart of hearts kind of thing. I'm not sure Mulkey might not be okay with just, hey, let's bow out of the tournament and get some extra rest time for everyone. I'm not going to say the worst thing that could happen for LSU is they advance to the championship and lose, but I just feel like for Mulkey, it's better for them if they just go ahead and bow out early, get rest time, because they're going to be a 3 seed. If they win the tournament, they might get into that 2 line, maybe not going to be a 1. Might get on the cusp of that 2 line, but more than likely a 3. It kind of feels like where they're locked in. So I don't know that changes a whole lot if Alabama beats you in the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament. I don't think you drop out of the 3 line. So just my 2 cents for what it's worth, and it's not even worth 2 cents. Roger, I saw a guy doing, I think it was Freebird on a mandolin. That was wild. I think he was doing the guitar solo from Freebird on a mandolin. It was pretty crazy, to say the least. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers and Patrick, that's us. Hope everyone is having a wonderful afternoon. Your last chance to get in touch with us coming up here in the next 30 minutes or so. I will not be here tomorrow. Off doing a doubleheader softball. Northwestern State and Houston Christian, the Huskies. Take a break. Come back with more after this.
Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound.
1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Everyone's broken a phone, but not just anybody can fix one. Don't trust your phone to a fly-by-night shop. And don't try to fix it yourself. Let the experts at Batteries Plus keep you connected by replacing your screen, repairing your phone, or replacing the battery for you. Walk in anytime or make an appointment at batteriesplus.com and save $10. Trust the experts at Batteries Plus.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 3 generations of customer service. The Green Team, your home team. Plumbing, heating, cooling. We do it all and do it right. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. Call or schedule at greenplumbing.com.
Rejuvenate Medical can help you to feel your best. Now, if you're struggling to lose weight, Rejuvenate Medical offers medically monitored weight loss. If you're plagued by fatigue, low libido, muscle loss, just the lethargy, we can help with hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you today. RejuveMeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Morrison DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. They know and have experience with the best doctors and experts in their fields to provide the best care. If you or a loved one are injured, it is extremely important to choose the right lawyer. To see what they've done for others or to schedule a free consultation, visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid non-lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417189. Results may vary.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit Rocket.com. Rocket. Own the dream.
At Babbel, we know that language is more. It's more than hello and goodbye, and good evening and good night. It's more than mastering talking about the weather or directions to the closest cafe. At Babbel, our mission is to help you learn language for the long run. Babbel gives you the skills to learn a language for life. Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you text RADIO to 64,000. That's RADIO to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babbel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babbel.com/TNC.
The Tiger Den in the Shreveport Auto Mall has a fantastic selection of LSU women's basketball fan gear. If you're headed to the P-back for the big game or hosting a watch party. Ladies, look your best in LSU tops with sparkles, cutter and buck long sleeve shirts, oversized sweatshirts, sweaters, cowboy hats, and boots. Of course, an awesome selection of superfan jewelry. Real men love LSU women's basketball. The Tiger Den will have you looking sharp in LSU polos, vests, sweatshirts, jackets, and hoodies. Get ready for the game. Make a fast break to the Tiger Den in the Shreveport Auto Mall.
103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
By the record machine, I knew he must have been about 17. He was strong, playing my favorite song, and I could tell it wouldn't be long that he was with me, yeah me, and I could tell it wouldn't be long that he was with me, yeah me, singing. Cause it's all the same. So can I take you home where we
love when Dusty just rolled in, said he'd never seen Con Air. Rogers is watching it over my shoulder. It's Nick Cage at his Nick Cagiest. With John Malkovich being just insane the whole time. Cyrus the Virus. Rogers, correct me if I'm wrong, even Bubba Gump's in there, right? Didn't he have the diabetic issue, whatever? Yeah. Gotta have his insulin. He can't see without his glasses. I never saw that movie, Rogers. I couldn't do it. You ever see that? That was the one where Macaulay Culkin gets killed by a bee sting. Oh, my girl. Yeah, and she's like at his casket, or he can't see without his glasses or whatever. Like, I can't handle that. No, I don't even have kids. I don't need to see kids being sad that one of them died from a bee sting. Yeah, I don't need to see that. Oh, spoiler alert, Rogers, for folks that have never seen My Girl from 1987 or whatever it is. Yeah. When did that come out? 91.
Oh, good God.
91. When did Home Alone come out?
That's right, like 92.
90. It was before it.
Was it?
Home Alone was first. 90, and then 91 was My Girl. I'm wondering if they filmed it, like if he filmed the other one first and then they released it after. Well, I'm wondering, it's one of those deals where if you know that a kid, like an actor, let's just say, not a kid, if you know an actor is about, hey GeekCon Daddy, congrats on GeekCon coming back, brother. He was gonna put his head in, and then I said GeekCon Daddy, and he rolled his eyes and walked away.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I get
Run,
it.
Greg.
I get it. He doesn't like the nickname. I don't care.
Run far.
GeekCon Daddy. It's one of those deals where you have an actor and like, okay, they've got another part, and it's like a big movie, and you're like, okay, well maybe we'll hold our little movie because we can ride the notoriety of the actor when they get discovered in the big movie, right? Like you've seen the number of times that an actor makes it and then some smaller part that they did beforehand comes out. That's always hilarious. So I feel like that was the case with Home Alone. Is Home Alone came out first, and then My Girl may have filmed right around the same time or just before that or whatever, and would have been a situation where they go, okay, let's ride the wave of Home Alone. Let's hold the release of My Girl until Home Alone releases. Now we've got, bona fide superstar Macaulay Culkin as our lead, and that makes it better. Cocky said, you did Thursday. I don't know what that means, Cocky. It just says you did Thursday. This was 16 minutes ago. Cocky, help me out, man. I don't know what you did Thursday is. Let me know what's up. Check in on Sam Burns. Sam is now +4 through 9. So headed the wrong direction. Hopefully he can get it figured out. Try to make a run if he can. But, +4 through 9 now for Sam. And, again, the conditions don't seem to be particularly good for scoring. There are only 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 guys under par right now at Bay Hill. Schenkenstein said, new diet plan. And, that's good. That's good. Rogers, that's good. Schenkenstein sent me a picture and said my new diet plan, and it's you can order rolls of like they wrap vehicles, in stuff or like in wallpaper or whatever. You can order rolls of camouflage from Mossy Oak, and it says Camo Your Kitchen, and it's literally a kitchen that is covered in camouflage. So Schenkenstein's suggesting that maybe that's a good diet plan for me because I can't cook anything if I can't see anything in my kitchen because it's all camouflaged. I like it, Schenkenstein. I like it a lot. I'm not going to lie. That would be, I'd be like, dang, where'd my stove go? Every time. Come here, Rogers. Let me show you this. I know. You hate but you're almost done, Roger. You're like 27 minutes left. So there's that's how you wrap your, could you imagine if your kitchen was all camouflage? Like, what an insane thing to have happen. Here's the thing, though, Rogers. You realize you could game the system, right? You do realize that. If you showed up wearing camouflage, you realize I couldn't talk to you. Like, yeah, I couldn't engage you in anything. Yeah, no, Rogers is so sad. He just watched himself walk sadly. It was my walk from the end of the youth enrichment program video, Rogers. You can basically hear the music. Yeah, Bill Bixby always walking down the interstate looking sad after he ravaged some community because he turned into the Hulk against his will. Yeah, how many pairs of blue jeans did that guy have to have and shirts? I don't know. Man, he was a drifter, wasn't he? Like, how did he get to? Yeah, like how did he get the money to afford all them clothes? But yeah, Rogers, if you were to show up to my show wearing camo, I could not interact with you because I'd have to keep the bit going, and every time that you said something, I'd have to be surprised by it. So like I'd just be here and I'd be like, well, I don't know where Rogers is. Like I hope the music plays. And then the music plays. I'm like, oh well, I guess Rogers set it all up. Like I don't know where Hambone is, and he's just wearing camouflage, sitting in his chair, pushing all the buttons. Like just imagine, Rogers, the amount of fun you could have for definitely something you consider fun.
So let me get this right.
Okay.
What if I'm wearing just a camouflage cap but regular clothes?
So I don't usually go. I need an item of actual clothing, not a hat, but like a shirt.
Even if it's camouflage hat.
Yeah, I don't. For whatever reason. No. Now here's the thing. No, I go. basically my camo illusion in my head is if you're wearing a camo shirt, a lot of people are like, oh, it's just some legs. Like, no, I can't see you if you're wearing a camo shirt. Hat, I don't count. Pants, then I'm going to give you Lieutenant Dan. It's always like you can't see, we ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. And Rogers knows he's been with me when someone was wearing camo pants, and I'll lean over and go, well, look, I can't believe what happened to their legs. I feel so bad. Look at their legs, or no legs, whatever. So, but if you're wearing a camo shirt, then I can't see you at all. You disappear. A lot of people are like, oh, it's a floating head. No. In my world, once you put on a camo shirt, like your main garment, you're gone. You don't have to wear a full camo, like, ghillie suit in order for me to think you're gone. That's my... But it has to be at least a shirt, yes. Pants, I'm just going to say that you have no legs. Hat, I'm not even going to... Like, I don't even really deal with a camo hat. I don't even talk about, like, camo hats, whatever. It doesn't... I'd be like, where's the top of your head? Like, that doesn't really work. But a camo shirt,
I was going to see how you wanted to test it because I have one in the truck.
Yeah, no, I camo hat I wouldn't react to.
Okay.
That's
disappointing.
Well, I'm sorry, brother. It's my fantasy.
No,
it's my warped reality that you're living in.
You give them rules and regulations.
Yeah, the rule is if you're wearing pants, camo pants, you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. If you're wearing a camo shirt, you're gone. And if you're wearing a camo hat, I'd barely even acknowledge it. Yeah, put the what I might do is if you were to put a camo hat on, I'd say, Rogers, you're not wearing a hat today. That's what I would go with. Kind of like you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. It would just be, Rogers, you normally wear a hat. I can't believe you're not wearing a hat. Your hair looks great. Even though technically I wouldn't be able to see his hair. But but in my reality, your hat would have vanished at that point. Yeah. So, come with me. Rogers, I basically just live in Wonka land. I'm just hanging out in Willy Wonka land the whole time.
There's no earthly way of knowing.
Don't start that song, Rogers. That's the scary version. That's that's when it gets frightening when they're going through the tunnel. Yeah. Oh no. You got that's like scorpions coming out of a dude's skull and stuff.
The Oompa Loompas are growing faster.
Yes.
And faster.
Yeah, that's right. And the lights are going crazy. Yeah. And the rowers keep rowing. Yeah. There's no way to know where they're going. Yeah. No, I got nothing for that, Rogers. That's the scary part. But I've always said, and I will continue to say, that that when they first walk into Wonka Land and he starts singing Paradise. Yeah. If you want to view paradise. Like that's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Cheer up, Charlie.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. It's such a good. And by the way, Gene Wilder does a great job with it.
Oh, he's very talented.
Yeah. It's such a great job. And I got nothing for Johnny Depp. Sorry. And I don't know. I never saw what's his face's version of it. Who's the guy that just did Bob Dylan? Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, he did the young Wonka from the remake prequel. Which, by the way, Rogers hates prequels anyway. Hambone's not a prequel guy. I'm assuming you've not seen the Timothy Chalamet Wonka vehicle. Would I be correct in assuming that, Rogers? That you have not seen the Timothy Chalamet Wonka vehicle? I have not either. Yeah. Although I do like at the Golden Globes, maybe one of the award shows Nikki Glaser was hosting, and she talked about how Timothy Chalamet sounds like something Adam Sandler would say. Chalamet! You know, one of those things. And at the Oscars, Conan O'Brien was hosting. They cut to Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is wearing, like, basketball gear. And he does a whole bit about how he's trying to just get 5-on-5, and does anybody want to go play on the court outside? And then he walks up to Timothy Chalamet, and he goes, Chalamet! And then walks off. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. Really was. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap this bad boy up. We're not going to wrap our kitchen in camouflage. I can assure you of that. Every time I walk in my kitchen, I can't find the stove. Microwave disappeared. And they put them on the drawers as well, so you couldn't even see the drawers. Like, how would you know? Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.
When I die and I lay me to rest, gonna go to the place that's the best. When I lay me down to die, going up to the spirit in the sky.
Looking for reliable electrical services? Look no further than Jack Spring Electric. From industrial to commercial to residential needs, we've got you covered. Our expert team ensures top-notch service every time, keeping your operations running smoothly and your homes powered up. And when the power goes out, trust our generators to keep your lights on and your business going strong. Visit jackspringelectric.com for all of your electrical needs. For quality you can trust, visit jackspringelectric.com today. Jack Spring Electric, powering your world.
Get ready for a deal you won't believe from Pat Calf Brasserie. Visit seizethedeal.com on Friday, March 7th at 9 a.m. to get a $50 gift card for only $25 to one of the most happening places in town. Indulge in mouth-watering steak or seafood, or maybe a perfectly crafted cocktail at Fat Calf Brasserie for half price. Set yourself a reminder and don't sleep on this deal from seizethedeal.com to Fat Calf Brasserie for the perfect date night or a visit with friends. $50 for only $25 from Fat Calf and seizethedeal.com.
That Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ Texas edition that I am cruising around in is just a dream truck. I love the leather upholstery. It's got the cooling seats that are going to come in handy so much here as these temperatures warm up. Can you imagine the summer without cooling seats and leather upholstery? As big as I am, not a pretty picture. But the Silverado LTZ from Chevyland's going to take care of me as it always does. Chevyland, together, let's drive.
Good morning, beat freaks. Who's ready to move? Let's start this day right.
Tasha's morning dance parties are meeting rave reviews.
Lose your phones and find your groove.
They need an ops manager to help their community dance the morning away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 3 generations of customer service. The Green Team, your home team. Plumbing, heating, cooling. We do it all and do it right. Bobby L. Greene Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. Call or schedule at greenplumbing.com.
Rejuvenate Medical can help you to feel your best. Now, if you're struggling to lose weight, Rejuvenate Medical offers medically monitored weight loss. If you're plagued by fatigue, low libido, muscle loss, just the lethargy, we can help with hormone replacement therapy. Begin your journey to a better you today. RejuvemeMedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Morrison DeWitt Injury Lawyers built a practice on representing real people with real injuries and have obtained real results. Their success stories speak for themselves. They know and have experience with the best doctors and experts in their fields to provide the best care. If you or a loved one are injured, it is extremely important to choose the right lawyer. To see what they've done for others or to schedule a free consultation, visit morrisdewitt.com. Paid non-lawyer spokesperson, Shreveport, Trey Morris, LA 2417189. Results may vary.
If you're looking for quick, easy, delicious, 3 words, Natchitoches meat pie. Oh, yeah. Check your grocer's freezer for Natchitoches meat pies from the Natchitoches Meat Pie Company, a true Louisiana food made right there in Coshada, Louisiana, and shipped to all of our grocers' freezers around here. Natchitoches meat pies, mini meat pies, crawfish pies. Use that air fryer. It's so tasty you won't believe it.
Weather is finally starting to warm up a little bit, and that new boat is waiting for you at the all-new Jimmy Granger Outdoors in the Shreveport Auto Mall. And right now, you can buy a brand new 23 model Triton 179 TRX or a new 23 XL Bay Pro 203 2023. Your choice, just $330 a month. And Jimmy Granger loves giving away stuff, so every boat buyer right now gets a $300 gift card to Jimmy Granger Outdoors Big Tackle Shop. Jimmy Granger Outdoors, conveniently located in the Shreveport Auto Mall and open all day Monday through Saturday. A cool place to buy a boat.
Tiger weather now.
It's been a blustery day today with northwest winds behind that strong Pacific cold front. It's colder tonight, down in the mid-30s. Numbers a good 10 degrees colder than average. Partly cloudy Thursday, high 67. Cloudy Friday, 77. Rain Saturday, 61. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore at the Weather Channel.
The previous program was paid for by Tim Fletcher. KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
It's time for the main course with Rogers Hampton. Here's your host, Patrick Netherton.
Say, Rogers, it makes me secretly happy when I point something out in the song and then you remember it and hear it. I got a jetpack on? What the heck? He was working out with some kind of looked like he was wearing an old set of pads, like shoulder pads, football shoulder pads that had that neck roll on them, and he was throwing, but he had his arms up. It was weird. Oh. Better start from the start. Want to be in the show? Come on, baby. Let's go. You know, we always end our week on this. Of course, I don't have a show tomorrow. So I'm working for the weekend. I'm actually working on the weekend, Rogers. This is another one of those working on the weekend days. Hey! Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Again, don't forget, no show tomorrow. I'll be off calling doubleheader softball. Available for you at 4 o'clock and about 6 o'clock-ish. Probably be a little later than that. On ESPN Plus. Hey! Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum. Roger's pretty crazy that a team who was 2-17 beat the number 20 ranked team in the country 5-0. That's what Northwestern State softball did. Now the question is, can they take some confidence and some momentum from that and maybe grab a win or two in their first conference series against Houston Christian? What I'm talking about. Nothing to get you readier for the weekend than that, except Rogers turn around and work tomorrow because it's Friday. I mean, I have to turn around and work tomorrow too, for that matter. Again, doubleheader softball, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. If you want to watch any of that, you can. ESPN Plus. I know Hambone will be tuned in. Hambone loves watching me on on my various sports. Even when James puts me down as Natrick Petherton on the graphic. But that's okay. Look, I enjoy the joke. I am if our guys are having a good time, I'm happy about it. And look, good luck to both Northwestern State teams. Men's and women's both playing Monday. 11 a.m. for the women, 5 p.m. for the men. So I'll get home in time to watch the men's game. Women will be playing at 11 a.m., so I'll have watched most of it, I would say. It'll be close to the end. Got to figure out how to put ESPN Plus in here, Rogers. I don't know. I have to put it on one of these TVs. Download the ESPN app and watch. Sign in with my Plus account and watch games. But anyway, we'll. It'll be good. Be fun. Don't forget, also coming up to Saturday. I keep thinking today's Friday because it's my last show. Saturday is the big event out at the East Bank on Saturday afternoon. Your chance to go out and try some barbecue at the East Bank Mafia Backyard Smokeout, which, Backyard Smokeout for Rogers is a totally different thing than a backyard smokeout at the East Bank Mafia. But the Backyard Smokeout is happening on Saturday. Really, People's Choice judging is like 3 to 5, 3 to 6, I believe. Let me take a look at the schedule. So People's Choice judging tasting is 3 to 6. So really, kind of want to show up between 3 and 6. Try everything. You've got the one band playing from 7 to 8. The award ceremony from 8:30 to 9. And then the other band, the Hollow Decks, playing from 9 to 11. So that's what you got going on at the for the East Bank. Gonna be a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to the event. I enjoyed it last year, getting to judge some barbecue. Also, the Gumbo Gladiators is going on at the same time, so feel free to get out and look, enjoy some Shreveport. I know there's a good chance of rain coming up on Saturday, but still, you should get out there and enjoy it as much as you can, because it's a terrific event. Both of them terrific events. Anytime folks are willing to put their time and money into doing events in Shreveport-Bossier, support them. Support them if you get the chance, man. That means a lot. Get out there and support these guys. So yeah, East Bank Backyard Smokeout, People's Choice, 3 to 6. Live music starts at 7 with Backseat Heroes, and then they go for an hour, and then Hollow Decks will go 9 to 11. So going to be a big night from, get there at like 4:30 or 5 and just plan to chill, relax. Got all kind of drinks, food, everything going on. It's a big time put on by the East Bank Mafia. And then, of course, we mentioned the Battle of the Gumbo Gladiators. And look, you can do both, right? The Gumbo Gladiators is noon to 4. So, go noon to 3. Then turn around and head over to, that's at Festival Plaza, downtown Shreveport. Then turn around and go to the East Bank and hang out at the East Bank for the rest of the evening. You get some gumbo, you get some barbecue. I mean, that's what Rogers calls a great day. Hambone loves rice. He's like Mitch Hedberg. He doesn't like 1,000 of anything. Right? That was always Mitch Hedberg's joke. By the way, Rogers, my niece is one of the defending champions of the Gumbo Gladiators. And she's back in it again this year. So her and her crew, So good luck to my niece Megan as they try to get in and win again, defend their title. So, yeah, big weekend. Gumbo Gladiators out on Saturday, noon to 4. And then the East Bank Mafia's backyard smokeout. That'll start at 3 and goes all the way till 11. Food at both locations, music and fun and frivolity in the backyard smokeout in the East Bank, so go check them out. Everlong, Rogers. Waited for you everlong. All right, that's it for me for the week. No show tomorrow. Again, if you want to watch a little softball, Northwestern State and Houston Christian. Unfortunately, Rogers, HCU softball is not bringing Lance Berkman with them. So sorry for, get to hang out with Lance Berkman again and complain about the roof being open. It's still one of my favorite moments of yours, Hambone, when you and Berkman got to get mad about the roof being open. I loved it. All these years later, look, that'll be the same, the Nola no call. I'm sure I'll still be irritated by that 15 years from now. So look, go out, have some fun this weekend. I know it's not yet Friday, but it is my Friday. So go out and have some fun. Gumbo Gladiators on Saturday, along with the East Bank Mafia's backyard smokeout. Go do both. Support local events. They mean a lot. We always say that when GeekCon comes up. It's August 22nd. Support local events, or you'll get stuff like Shaq canceling his concert at the last minute. Buy tickets. Get the word out. Let people know. Get involved. All right, that's it for me and Hambone. No show tomorrow. Back on Monday. Looking forward to that as we get really into conference tournament play next week. Going to be a heck of a lot of fun. One of my favorite times of the year. Basketball tournaments, on to the Masters. Just wonderful. For Rogers, I'm Patrick. Y'all be safe and careful out there this weekend, everyone. Go attend the Gumbo Gladiators. Go attend the East Bank Mafia Backyard Smokeout. Do good things in the community. We'll see you back here Monday from 1 to 3 on the Patrick Netherton Show.